and how he went and the desire to say my farewells. And I reached out to my very dear friend and neighbor. We share a roof, and she is clairvoyant, or is that what you call it?
Yeah, that's good. Sure. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I asked her if she'd be willing to do a seance, and she said no, absolutely not. Not in that. No, it wasn't like that. But anyways,
kind of seance.
But yeah, if you want to explain why and tell tell them what you told me.
Sure. So in a seance, you are bringing in the spirit from a certain dimension. And that dimension holds the good, bad, and the ugly. So you can let slip in things that you don't want to slip in. So I don't work at fourth dimensional levels. I work with ninth dimensional beings, so that I work only with the light. So no bad nasties can slip in. But I can still talk to Mitch. So I just don't do seance where I bring the spirits through me. Yeah, from that level.
Can you tell them what you told me about
him?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I've never met Mitch, and Sonia and I had never talked about him in the years I've known her. But when I connected with him, I felt and he's here, by the way, everyone. He's here. He's observing. He has been observing all the loving ceremonies that have been given to him, for him. He's so happy and grateful. But so when I connected, I felt such a good soul, such a clear, good soul, who came into this incarnation to do a hard job. So you all know good and bad things about him, and the bad things that he chose, the decisions he made that would seem to be mistakes that took him down a hard path, he made those from his higher self. He came in with a mission to help people living that life, to help them by being with them. And you all know, I've heard so many stories, and I've overheard stories here about how good he was and how he lifted spirits just being with him. So what he did, being down here on the ground in the dirt with people who were failing in their lives, he lifted them. Yes, he's laughing. He lifted them, and I was told that there were at least 3 lives that were saved because of him. Because being with him, you received a certain energy. It's like his molecular structure could touch you deeply and help lift you. So he saved at least 3 lives. People who were going down are now out of that life, that life where they were spiraling down. They were going to OD, they were going to leave in some horrible way, and because of knowing him, they are out of that life. And I know 2, I don't know who they are, but I know 2 of them have jobs. They're functioning, they're getting their lives together just because of Mitch. And he also took on the hard task of being a sponge. You know, when water spills and you take a sponge and it soaks up the water, and now there's just a wet spot, right? But if the water were there, you'd slip in it. But now there's just a wet spot that you can walk in and be careful and say, oh gosh, I have to be careful. So what Mitch did was he soaked up some of the energy that would otherwise have gotten to other people. So he saved them from slipping in their lives because he took it into himself. So you would see that his life was spiraling down, and that he had a hard road, and that he was making wrong decisions. but he was sacrificing himself to help so many others, and he saved so many, and he helped so many by taking that energy in, so that there wasn't so much water on the ground, so Mitch sponged it up so others didn't slip. And his soul really is quite magnificent, and he chose his path, his soul did, and while it wasn't easy, it was the work he chose, so he really came in as such a high spiritually aware being to do a hard job. And he chose the time to leave. He was ready to leave. He had completed his mission. And if he had remained longer, his life would have gotten very, very uncomfortable for him. So he chose the time to leave because his work was complete. And he chose a hard way to leave, but you know, the way we depart has...
I have some questions.
Sure, I just finished this one sentence. The way we... No, please, I want your
I
question.
apologize.
No, not at all. I'll just say this, that the way we leave touches the people who are left behind, right? So he chose his path. And he's so stinking happy. I mean, oh my God, he's so happy. He's just like smiling all the time, and he's sorry for the pain that you're all feeling, but he's really happy and he's at peace, and he was right on target. And what did you need to ask, Audrey?
Dio, Xanax, Ally, and Dio 2. 5 names and an address were given to us. The people that might have committed.
The people who committed the crime, you mean? The people who killed him? Can you not touch
Good.
this though? Yeah.
So, I apologize.
Oh no, you're fine.
We were given a few names.
Yes.
Vio, Alex, Axel, and a man named Rob, a tall white man.
As the ones who shot him?
That's all we can get, ma'am.
Yes. I know.
Can we have a question and answer session after?
I apologize.
Sorry. I just wanted this to be for his sister
Oh,
and
sure.
everybody else that wants to hear about.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Because I know 2 of those names are correct. As the ones who took him out. Yes. So what else would he like to say to all of you? He'd like you to celebrate his life, to celebrate the good times. Remember the parties, he says. Remember the parties. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And he's
Far too somber.
Yeah, we got fucking
yeah. So he just wants you to remember the parties and not mourn for him, because he did what he chose. He completed his mission. You know, we all contract to do certain things when we come in and to learn certain lessons. And he came in to do a hard job. And he was judged as making mistakes, and he had to live with that judgment, and with the love that people felt for him. But he's so stinking happy right now, I can't tell you. He feels completely at peace with his decisions. Again, he's sorry for any pain he's caused anyone. And he just says, remember the parties, and he wants his sister to remember when they were young, and when they were happy together. Yeah, when they were happy together. I think he was always a mischievous person, right? He was always so
Yes, that is an understatement for
yeah.
sure.
So, and he still is. he still has a twinkle and a sense of humor, and he's just really happy. So he just says, remember the fun, remember the good times, and he chose the bad times. He chose it for his mission. You know, he was a soldier going into the trenches to help others. So I think that's all he needs to say right now. And the names that you gave and the description of the one man, the Alex, and there was another A name. Those were
Is it
names.
the same name though? She said Alex and Axel.
Or Axel. Axel. So the A name that.
Changed the license plate down to Denver, and we found a Colfax address. That's the best we can do at the moment, ma'am.
Yes. I know that the A name was right and the tall white man was right. But I
don't accidentally hit the wrong person, so
yeah.
all due respect and all integrity.
Does anybody have anything they want to say or ask?
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you snorted time yet? And what was it like?
Yes.
I really want to know. Tell me.
So if he has snorted time, you know he'll answer you. He's going to answer you. He's going to say this is the best high he's ever had.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the best high, the best high he's ever had. And he's sorry he waited so long. But he's really happy, so. And he appreciates the question.
Me and my sister went and visited my mom. She's been in a rough spot. She said that she saw him a month ago,
Oh, nice.
and they hung out with her the whole day. I think that she was one of those people he was trying to save.
Yes. Yes. Or help.
Yeah.
Help her find peace and
And I just
comfort.
want
Yeah.
to thank him for that.
He knows. He has so much love for your mom. He loves your mom. Did he know her well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves her. So, yeah, he says it's not time to save everyone, but to help and to comfort those who can.
He did comfort her, she told me.
Good. That's beautiful. So that was his mission, you know, was to, and he did that for so many. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. Yeah, he's.
Any other questions, guys?
You guys, yeah, all done.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you.
Yes.